What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing my match review, match reaction and match analysis of what went wrong for Manchester City in our home defeat to Brentford by 2-1 at the Etihad Stadium. Before we digest with everything that there is to speak about from this game, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do subscribe to my channel. Social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. 200 likes once more is the aim. Do let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And lastly, go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by OneFootball. This video is brought to you by OneFootball. If you want to download the OneFootball app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of my description, which will take you forward to where you can download this app. The OneFootball app is extremely useful if you are a huge football fan just like me. It provides you with the latest footballing news, transfer news, and the latest videos as well. It is one source of information of where I get my transfer news from. It also allows you to see the latest scores with what's happening in the footballing world. If you just click on a game, including any Manchester City game, it will not only bring up the latest team news, but it will also bring up the latest statistics and keep you up to date with everything happening in that game. If you want to download this app, all you need to do is press the link at the top of the description to stay up to date. Thank you very much to OneFootball for sponsoring this video. Let's crack on then with this video, and we'll start off very quickly with a match review of what happened in this game. So first big talking point, Erling Haaland started for Manchester City ahead of Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, of course, in fine goal scoring form since Haaland picked up his injury, scoring I think his last 3 consecutive starts for Manchester City. Haaland given the nod ahead of him, obviously the Premier League top goal scorer, could score from literally anywhere and everywhere. He's a phenomenal striker, got no problem with him starting in this game. Went with Foden on the left hand side, we put Bernardo Silva on the right hand side, something I expected from Manchester City and from Pep Guardiola. Not something I'm overly keen on from Manchester City, but that is what happened in this game. I feel like it just stops the fluidity of the game. I'd rather see Foden out on the right hand side and Jack Grealish on the left hand side is what I would like to see from Manchester City. Just feel like maybe out wide we lack a little bit of directness. Raheem Sterling's pace gone, Leroy Sané gone many moons ago as well. Not really replaced these players, and we've got players now who are central midfielders, who are predominantly attacking central midfielders, who are very good in very tight spaces coming in, and crosses coming in towards Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's what, 5'8", 5'9", going up against defenders that are 6'2", 6'3". What? Don't understand. Really don't understand. And that's typical of Manchester City. When things aren't going Manchester City's way, the fluidity is taken away from Manchester City, and Manchester City don't know what to do. So they work it out wide, to put crosses into the box, trying to make things happen. Nothing connecting today. The crosses into the box weren't amazing, and Manchester City struggled for the game from that. And it all happened because Brentford scored first. Man City, reliance on scoring first is astronomical, that even when we're playing Brentford, and I mean no disrespect whatsoever to Brentford, because I'm a fan of what Thomas Frank's doing at Brentford. I'm a fan of how they're performing, how they're playing, the attacking football they like to do. They like to score goals. Yes, they concede goals, but they score goals as well. They're a well-led, well-managed team who are managing very well, sitting 10th in the Premier League. In my opinion, continue playing like they did today, they're going to sit much higher in the Premier League as well. Can they keep it with the consistency there? That's the big question with Brentford. But Manchester City at home against Brentford should be winning this game every single day of the week. If we want to win the Premier League in May, you need to be winning your home games most certainly. And when you're facing teams that aren't around you, you need to be beating all of them. You could even suggest that Manchester City, this is an opportunity, pre-game when we was looking at this, of us getting our goal difference up, scoring 3, 4, 5. My score prediction, you go to my live chat, people were saying 6-1, Man City could score 7, 5-0, 4-0. I went for 3-1 Manchester City. That attacking flair wasn't there from Manchester City, and it wasn't there because Brentford scored first. Because Brentford scored first, who had a great record of when they've scored first, never losing a Premier League game whilst they've been in the Premier League, puts all the pressure onto Manchester City. City panic. Like, we know Manchester City do that. Brentford know that Man City do that. And if Man City know that that happens, why don't they do more to try and score first? First 15 minutes, so crucial. What I call the first phase of the game. City were nowhere to be seen. Brentford should have scored 3 in that space of the first 16 minutes once Ivan Toney had found the first goal for Brentford. And that's where Manchester City went wrong. Man City find that goal in the first 15 minutes. Game plan for Brentford's undone. They can't park the bus. They can't sit deep. The space is there. City aren't under pressure because they've already got that goal and they go into their normal robotic selves almost, where they score one, they look for the second, they look for the third if they get the second, they look for the fourth if they've got the third, etc, etc, etc. And it just wasn't there today from Manchester City. And fair credit to Brentford putting the pressure on. Fulham nearly executed a plan very well last week against Manchester City. We got away with it. And City dicing with it again. We got a good equaliser in terms of Phil Foden's finish, but it wasn't there from Manchester City. It wasn't there last week against Fulham either. Got away with it. Wasn't there against Brentford. We haven't got away with it. We've been punished for it. And what's so annoying now is we have to spend 6 weeks until we play again to try and rectify what has happened. We have to watch on now Arsenal playing away against Wolves in the hope that Wolves will give us a bit of momentum to do us a favour, because if they don't and Arsenal end up winning that game, they're 5 points clear of us going into that second half of the season. And it's a disappointing way to end our last game before the World Cup. We're not playing a game for 6 weeks. We have to think about our last result for 6 weeks. We have to think about a home loss to Brentford for 6 weeks. It's very disappointing. City's head's clearly not there. Very disappointing from Manchester City. The amount of crosses they were putting into the box, not connecting with, was ridiculous. It looked clueless. Why Pep didn't change it, I don't know. Alvarez in fine goal scoring form. You're chucking him on the hour mark. Why didn't we? Don't understand it. My only real positive out from this game was Aymeric Laporte, well and truly back, because he was world class for Manchester City today. Ederson pulled off some brilliant saves to keep the score down. That Brentford only managed to score 2, but City bullied almost physically. Brentford a lot more physical than Manchester City, winning them headers in the important areas, including finding that first goal from Ivan Toney. Akanji and Laporte got bullied for that first goal from Ben Mee and Ivan Toney. So that was very disappointing from Manchester City to concede first. That goal at the end from Manchester City, because we'd overcommitted all over the place. Ivan Toney should have had a hat-trick if it weren't for Kevin De Bruyne being at the end. We could have lost this game by 3-1, and I was predicting City to win this game by 3-1. So it just wasn't a clean, confident, fluent performance from Manchester City. Au the contraire, and much to be improved on. And we have to reflect on this now for 6 weeks. And City's players' heads all over the place. Fair credit to Brentford for winning this game. Hopefully we can get a favour from Wolves later on. What do? I'll speak more about this in my mid-season review about how the season's going so far for Manchester City. I imagine it'll be very poisonous on the City social media for the next, 48, 72 hours or so. So we've got that to digest with. The joys indeed. But yeah, thank you everybody for watching. These are all my thoughts. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. 200 likes is the aim. Subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. Aiming for 28k subscribers, less than 400 subs away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram, my email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Thank you to today's video sponsor, OneFootball, for sponsoring this video once more. Link is in the description if you want to go and check them out. OneFootball will keep you up to date with all the latest football news, transfer news, the latest scores, results, statistics, live league tables, and all your good footballing needs. Finally, how best to summarise this? That's what I put. That was fucking shit. What the fuck was that? That's my best summary that I have. To me, this was one of, if not the worst performance that we have had under Pep Guardiola. Not just at home, but whilst we've had Pep Guardiola in charge here. The players look disinterested. They just looked clueless out there. It's just so lethargic, slow, disjointed, disinterested. Not good enough. Poor. And like I said, the worst part is we've now got to reflect on this for 6 weeks. But we've got World Cup content coming for you guys to enjoy, so stay tuned for that. And I'll see you all again real soon. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of their weekend. Peace. Ciao for now.